Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite and most helpful hacks for, yes, your period. It is that time of the month again, and I just want to give you guys some advice and some tips to make that time of the month for you a lot smoother and just an overall better experience, because everyone knows it can kind of suck. But with these tips, I'm going to help you and hopefully it'll make it a little bit better. So if you guys want to hear my period hacks, then just keep on watching. So my first tip for you guys is to download the app Flow. So every period hacks video that I've seen, it has been sponsored by some period tracking website. This video is not sponsored. One of my friends told me about the app Flow and I downloaded it, and it has changed my life. It just makes tracking your period so much easier. So essentially what you do with the app is you download it, and then it's going to ask you when your last period was, and then it will ask you how long your cycle usually lasts. And the length of your cycle is from the first day of your last period to the first day of your next period. And it also tells you when you're ovulating, and you can put in why you want to track your period. So if you're tracking it because you're trying to get pregnant, or if you're tracking it just to see how regular your period is. And then also you can get notifications from the app that will be like, hey, don't forget to log your period, or hey, your period's coming tomorrow, or something like that. And it's just an amazing way to track your period. It makes it so much easier. You can put in like symptoms that you're having. You'll pretty much know the day that it's coming, and it just makes the overall experience a lot smoother. So another piece of advice that I have for you guys is to take Advil right before you know you're getting your symptoms. So usually I will use Advil liquid gels because those ones work the quickest. So I recommend you guys to use Advil liquid gels, but definitely eat something before, because it can like upset your stomach if you don't eat something. So when you even feel the slightest bit of pain, I would take like 2 Advil liquid gels, eat a snack or something, like some toast or something, and then drink some water. Cramps just suck. Like for me, I get horrible cramps, like awful. So I take it right when I'm starting to feel pain, and it just makes it so much easier. So another piece of advice that I have for you guys is to exercise a lot during the month. So what exercising is going to do is it's going to just make your body overall healthier, and you are not going to feel your cramps as much than if you didn't exercise. And also it may shorten your period. So I'm not a scientist, I'm not a gynecologist, I'm not a reproductive doctor, whatever the hell it is. I have no idea why that is the case, but for some reason that is what happens for me. So I've seen a lot of period hacks videos, and a lot of them will suggest for you to take a sock, put some raw rice in it, and then put it in the microwave, and it will make it hot, and just put it over your stomach. Some say use a hot water bottle. I say screw all of that, use a heating pad. So some people say that you should not do this because it's too intense to put over your stomach, but that is one of the only things that works for me besides taking a bath or Advil. So basically I'll put a picture right here of it. I don't have it with me right now, which kind of sucks, but basically all it is a heating pad, and you plug it into the wall. You can change the settings. You can make it high heat, medium heat, or low heat. You put it over your stomach, and that heat is going to reduce the pain of your cramps. I use this for acid reflux as well, but that's not obviously related to period. But I'm telling you, this is going to work better than any hot water bottle. This is going to work better than that stupid sock with rice in it thing. Invest in a heating pad. This is what works for me, and I just love it. So as I previously said, another tip that I have for you guys is to take a hot bath when you have really bad period cramps. So for some reason when I have cramps, I go towards things that are hot. So I think the heat reduces the pain in your stomach. So take a hot bath, and just laying in the bath, it's going to reduce the pain that you have in your stomach. And also I would recommend to meditate in the bath, because if you're meditating and you're in the hot bath, it's going to reduce the pain just physically, but also mentally. I think it's going to make you feel a lot more relaxed. And everyone knows PMS symptoms can make you stressed out, they can make you sad, moody, whatever, but meditating is going to relieve those symptoms, and then the hot bath is going to help you with your cramps. So in terms of the underwear that you should wear during your period, I would definitely suggest not to wear any type of light colored underwear like tan or nude. I would actually suggest for you to wear like grandma panties maybe, but definitely not thongs, because what I found is that if you end up leaking at all, you can ruin a really, really nice pair of underwear, or just wearing a thong is just not that smart when you have your period, because it could then leak through your pants. So that is why I suggest to wear a thick pair of like cotton underwear. I've actually read online that some people wear bathing suit bottoms. I probably wouldn't do that, just because I feel like you could definitely see the outline through my pants, but I would definitely suggest to wear some sort of grandma panties, full coverage panties that you don't really care about. I feel like if you ever do leak, that's going to secure all of the liquid in, and it's going to make it less likely for it to leak through onto your pants. So another tip that I have for you guys is to definitely carry around like a sweatshirt with you. So this is something I actually have firsthand experience with. When I was in middle school, I had a little accident with my period and it got all over my pants, and I still to this day don't know how that happened because the amount that got on my pants was like as if I spilled an entire glass of cranberry juice on my pants. But I completely covered that whole situation up because luckily I had a huge sweatshirt with me that day, so I just wrapped it around my waist. So if you guys are in school, I would say to always have a huge sweatshirt in your locker. If you guys drive, if you're at work or something, keep one in your car, keep one in your office. So if you guys do ever have an accident, you'll just be able to wrap the sweatshirt around your waist and call it a day. So another piece of advice I have for you guys is to carry your pads or tampons in a plastic Ziploc bag in your purse. So everyone has heard that if you guys have an opened tampon, like if the tampon wrapper opens a little bit, never use it. Well, if you carry a plastic bag and you keep all of your tampons and pads in the plastic bag, first of all, they're less likely to open because they're going to be secure away from any type of friction or anything like that. Second of all, if they do happen to open, you'll probably be able to use it because they're in a sanitized plastic bag with other tampons and they're not being contaminated by any outside germs or anything like that. So finally, I have 3 tips for any type of food that you should be consuming or avoiding to help with your period. So apparently you're supposed to reduce the amount of caffeine that you take in during your period because I guess there's a property in caffeine that greatly contributes to cramps. So if you are a big coffee drinker, I would definitely say to lessen the amount of coffee that you drink during your period because it's going to reduce your cramps. Also, if you eat less salt, that's going to make you less bloated. So of course, when you're on your period, naturally you're going to be bloated no matter what you eat. But when you do eat salt, you get more bloated than when you don't eat salt. So salt does cause bloating. And then finally, I've heard that if you consume more calcium, that really helps reduce cramps, and that also helps you reduce any of the negative symptoms that come along with periods. So I've read online that they suggest to up your dairy intake before your period. Personally, I disagree with that because I feel like when I am consuming less dairy, my period cramps are not as bad. And that's probably because there's a lot of hormones in meat and dairy. With that being said, there are other ways that you can get calcium other than consuming meat and dairy. So I would definitely recommend you guys to consume calcium in that way. I'll just like put up some fruits and veggies that you could get a lot of calcium in. Also, you might want to take a supplement, but I'm definitely not condoning upping your dairy intake before your period or at all. So yes, those have been all of my period hacks for you guys. I try to incorporate some that are not in a lot of YouTube videos, things that I actually do in my day-to-day life when I have my period. So yes, I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and I'll talk to you guys next time.